In this video, I'm going to show you how you can calculate commercial expense for your entire project, as well as generate a report of your commercial expense that can be opened through Excel. I'm going to be doing this through Publisher, and in this video I'll show you how to set up Publisher LT for the future to be able to run it relatively quickly, which will take you about a minute each time you want to calculate the commercial expense and generate a report. So the first thing we have to do is define what information we want in our report. And I've passed some files with this video, and with one of them is called SSI Waveform Part Commercial Expense. And this is just a bill of material that lists the items I want to contain in my report. So if you go to File, in Manager, if you go to File, Import All Modules, and select that SSI Waveform Part Commercial Expense XML, what it will do is it will import a bill of material. So if you go to General, Production Output, Bill of Materials, under the Enterprise Platform, you should see now this SSI Waveform Part Commercial Expense. And these are the items that are going to be generated in my report. If you want more items, feel free to go add more items, but for sake of this video, this is all I'm going to use. So we'll click OK. So the next step is to set up the operations for Publisher LT that we want to call. So if we go to Explorer, and you'll want to go to a path which is C users, your name or your login credential, app data, roaming, SSI, enterprise platform, and then the version that you're using. And in here you'll see an operations XML. And if you go and edit this file, there's two operations that we're going to run. The first one is an operation, which is, again, this will be on my blog. You just have to copy and paste this operation, which calculates the minimum expense. And this operation has to be copied between the DWIG operations tags. So anywhere between the start of this tag, which is up here, and the end of it, which is denoted by a / here. As long as you copy it in between there, it should be fine. And then there's one more operation that you need to copy, and this is to generate the report. And it's this operation here, which is called Waveform Commercial Expense. And all we're really doing here is we're calling a report that is using the bill of materials that we imported. So this has to have the same name, and that has to be in between the general group operations. So anywhere between there, just copy and paste this data and save the operations. So after this, we're pretty much set to start using Publisher LT. So you can run Publisher LT and connect to your project. So the first thing is that we want to load the data from our project. And you can manually go through Load Manager and select all the parts that you want to load, as well as the drawings, which are the nests. But for simplicity, what I did is I created an XML that automatically will get all the parts in your project, or all the structure parts in your project, as well as all the nests. So if I, through Load Manager, click on Load Criteria, and select the Load Parts and Drawings Commercial Expense XML. So what it'll do now is, in your project, it'll go through your project and load all the structural parts that could be plate nested, as well as it'll load all the nest drawings in your project. The next thing to do is that we need to call the operations that we created. So one for the bill of materials, as well as one is to generate the commercial expense. So if you go and click on Import and select the operations for commercial expense XML, so if you open that, it will now set the operations that we copy and paste, which is the waveform, commercial extents for the parts, for the reporting, and then the waveform calculate minimum extents for the plate nest drawing. So pretty much we're ready to run. You want to make sure that you've changed your output directory to a location that makes sense. Mine is just under published files underneath that directory. So from here I just click on run. Okay, so it seems that it's completed. So I can click close, and then I can go to the folder if I just click on here, and this is where it'll have my report. So it creates a folder called commercial extents, and then has a TSV which you can open up. As you can see, you can kind of ignore the last little, that's more for integration stuff, but it has a minimum rectangle, piece type, and part name. So these 4 columns are what was in my bill of material, and it has all the parts, and it has their commercial extents. So I hope that was useful.